She met a man who changed her life completely. What happened? Come with me. Let's find out together as we dive into this movie. Hey guys, today we bring you another banger that will leave you at the edge of your seat. But before we dive in, I'm sure you need something to relax with. So why don't you grab a drink or snack and settle down to enjoy this amazing masterpiece? And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more captivating movies from us. The story kicks off with a young, beautiful lady named Nell, who was seen in the streets of Lagos Market, hustling to make a living by carrying people's items for them. She received a call from a guy named Benedict and hurried over to deliver his item. After that, he paid her more than she charged. He was surprised to see that she was a lady. Nell hailed him as he left. 2 days later, Nell was passing by the estate to deliver an item when she came across Benedict. As they chatted, he offered to take her to her destination, but she declined, saying she was almost there. Before leaving, she told him if he ever needed help, he should feel free to call her. She was available for anything. The next day, Nell and her friend named Abdul were seen in a betting shop, playing a game, hoping it would yield results, but it didn't. Nell got upset and stormed out. Her friend followed, trying to convince her to try again. Just then, Nell's mom called, asking for money. Nell got angry. She didn't have any, even though she just sent them money last week. The following day, Nell was helping a friend with his job while waiting for her own customer. She soon got a call from a customer and left immediately. When she got to Benedict's house, she called him out. He was surprised to see her awake so early. Nell asked for her money, 2,000 naira, but Benedict gave her more. She was excited and thanked him before leaving. The next day, Nell was sitting, looking at her betting paper, when Benedict drove by and saw her. He stopped and asked for directions. As she tried to explain, he realized he wouldn't be able to find the place, so he asked her to hop in and direct him. Nell called Abdul to inform him, then left with Benedict. But here's the twist. Who really is this Benedict, and what does he truly want from Nell? The following day, Nell was at Benedict's house doing a task. Afterward, she collected her money. Benedict then asked if she wanted to have lunch with him. Nell helped him refill the gas cylinder too. Later that day, Nell was passing by when she went to confront a boy who had been spying on her while she was bathing. Before she realized what was happening, the boy hit her leg and ran off, leaving her in pain. The next day, despite her injury, Nell continued her daily hustle. Benedict saw her and insisted on taking her to the hospital. A few minutes later, they arrived at his house. Nell was surprised, but still followed him inside. Moments later, Nell stood in the sitting room watching football, while Benedict came out, chatting on the phone with his girlfriend. Nell then asked if there was anything to eat. Benedict told her to check the kitchen. Nell went to the kitchen, but couldn't find anything to eat. She was frustrated and confused. Later that night, while Benedict was still on the phone with his girlfriend, Nell ran in, asking him to come switch off the air conditioner in the room. His girlfriend overheard and asked who that was. Benedict explained, then followed Nell to turn off the AC. The next day, Nell tried to leave for work despite the pain in her leg. Benedict stopped her. She was reluctant, saying she had to send money to her parents. After explaining, Benedict offered to send the money himself so she could rest, just as the doctor had advised. That same day, Nell was seen washing clothes. Afterwards, she went to the kitchen to prepare food. While eating, Abdul called and they chatted. Later that day, she had some fun until Benedict arrived from work. He had bought her some nice ladies' wear, but she was surprised and unhappy. She told him to return them because she preferred dressing like a guy. That same evening, Benedict was at the dining table when he called Nell and told her one of his friends was helping her look for a better job. But what came out of her mouth shocked him. It wasn't something he wanted to hear. He asked her to leave his presence. The following afternoon, Nell was in the living room watching football when Benedict came out to let her know his friend would soon arrive. He asked her to keep the guest company. While Nell was engrossed in the match, the guest walked in. He also seemed interested in the game. They both watched, chatting and arguing over who would win. The guy insisted Newcastle would win and even brought out money to bet with her. Nell was irritated. A few minutes later, while still watching the match, Benedict asked Nello to go get his friend something to eat. After that, she was still in the living room when Benedict told her to go to her room to watch the match while he and his friend had a discussion. Later that night, Benedict went to her room to scold her for her nonchalant attitude towards his friend. Nello got upset and wanted to leave the house, but Benedict made it clear that he wasn't chasing her away. He just wanted her to change her lifestyle. The next morning, Nello served him breakfast. He was surprised. She cooked so well. Just then, a knock was heard at the door. Nello went to open it and was shocked to see a stranger. She asked who she was, but the woman ignored her and walked in. Benedict was also surprised as he stood to welcome his girlfriend, Patricia. They chatted as Patricia told him she had taken his advice and quit her job. Benedict was stunned. He hadn't expected her to act on his advice so soon. Patricia then turned to Nello and told her to leave their site. As they continued chatting, Nello returned to ask Patricia what she would like to eat. But Patricia told her not to bother, making it seem like Nello wanted to poison her. The next day, Nello was in the living room watching a football match when Patricia came and distracted her, eventually chasing her out. That same day, Patricia was in Benedict's room, searching the wardrobe when she found a package. She checked the clothes inside and realized they weren't her size. Furious, she stormed into the kitchen to confront Nello, asking which girl had been in the house. Nello calmly explained that the clothes were hers. Benedict had bought them, but she had asked him to return them. Patricia was furious and stormed out. Later that day, Nello was sitting outside when Benedict arrived home and noticed she wasn't in a good mood. She told him she was tired of staying at home doing nothing. That's when Benedict broke the news. She had secured a job at a security post. Nello, excited, hugged him. Just then, Patricia came out, saw them, and immediately turned back inside, thanking him sarcastically. Back inside, Patricia and Benedict got into an argument. She wanted Nello out of the house immediately, but Benedict stood his ground. He made it clear that Nello wasn't going anywhere. Later on, Nello was in the kitchen washing plates when Patricia walked in and told her to throw away the food she cooked, saying it was trash. Patricia said she needed the pot to cook for Benedict. She eventually served him spaghetti. Benedict didn't want it, but he forced himself to eat it. That night, while Nello was in her room, Benedict rushed in, asking about the soup she had cooked earlier. Nello was surprised, but she served him. He began eating and enjoyed the meal. Just then, a call from Patricia interrupted him. Alarmed, he left the food and went to meet her. But wait, what exactly did Patricia see that made her so desperate to kick Nello out of the house? The following afternoon, Nello arrived home. As she walked past Patricia, Patricia began covering her nose and insulted her, telling her to get a roll on. They exchanged words before Nello left. The next day, Nello was seen arguing with Abdul, demanding that he return her wheelbarrow. Despite his explanation, she didn't back down. The argument continued until Benedict showed up, stepped out of his car, and stopped them. They left shortly after. Back at home, Benedict was visibly upset. He scolded Nello for the kind of lifestyle she was living. Later, Nello was seen in her room, reflecting on Benedict's words. Just then, her mother called, demanding more money. Afterwards, while Benedict and Patricia were chatting in the room, Nello came in, asking to have a word with Benedict. She opened up about how she ended up on the streets of Lagos, struggling just to survive, and how she didn't want to be intimidated by anyone. Benedict gave her advice on how to change her ways and encouraged her to get along with Patricia since he planned to marry her soon. He said he wanted peace between them. That same day, Patricia was in the kitchen cooking when Nello came in to help, but Patricia chased her away. The next morning, Nello was getting ready for work in her new uniform. Benedict helped adjust her cap properly. As they chatted, he offered to drop her off. But just then, Patricia, who had been standing at the stairs watching them, came down to remind Benedict about their meeting with the event planner. Nello told him not to worry. She would find her way to work. The following day, one of Benedict's friends came to visit. As they watched football, Patricia served food and was praised for taking care of the house. Then, the friend noticed Nello was missing and asked Benedict to call her to join them. For a moment, both Benedict and Patricia's expressions changed, but Benedict eventually called Nello to come join them. He warned her not to say anything, but trust Nilo, she had to speak. The next day, Nilo was seen sitting and waiting for Abdul. The moment she saw him, she called out. Abdul was hesitant and scared, but Nilo made it clear she wasn't there to cause trouble. After that, she offered him a handshake as he sat down, and they chatted. Nello told him how much she had changed, and how the work she was doing was all thanks to Benedict. They talked freely as friends again. Afterwards, Nello suggested they walk around town. Minutes later, they were both seen standing while Abdul gave her some money he earned using her wheelbarrow. Nello collected it and gave him $15,000 from it, along with some helpful advice. After that, she left. Back at home, Patricia was on the phone with her friend, discussing how to get Nilo out of the house. Just then, Nello came in, trying to go upstairs. Patricia stopped her and gave her some money to buy vegetables. But Nello was hungry and said she wanted to eat first. Patricia refused, which made Nilo upset. She grabbed Patricia by the neck and warned her never to try that again, then walked away. Patricia was left in shock. That same day, Patricia was in the kitchen when Nilo walked in. Patricia told her to throw away the soup she had cooked. They got into an argument, and Nilo finally spoke her mind in a way that really got to Patricia. Later that day, Patricia was with Benedict, shedding tears and accusing him of not telling her that he preferred continental dishes. Benedict apologized, saying he didn't want to hurt her, but Patricia was still upset and walked out on him. The next morning, as Benedict was about to leave for work, Nello praised him. Though he enjoyed it, he advised her to make the same effort to be at peace with Patricia. After that, he left. While Patricia was in the kitchen trying to make soup, Nilo came in and apologized to her. Patricia immediately replied that she had forgiven her long ago. As Nello was about to leave, Patricia called her back and asked for help learning how to cook egusi soup. Moments later, Benedict was already eating and really enjoying the soup. He showered praise on Patricia, not knowing that it was Nello who had helped her prepare it. Nello came to clear the plates and acted like she had nothing to do with it. Benedict kept asking for more of the soup, which made Patricia a bit nervous, knowing it wasn't her handiwork. That night, Nello was in her room when Patricia came in and asked her to teach her how to cook. Nello agreed more easily than Patricia expected. Patricia became emotional, apologized for her past behavior, and gave Nello a hug before they said goodnight. The next morning, Patricia and Nello returned from the market and went straight to the kitchen to cook. Nello guided her through the entire process. A day later, Benedict and Patricia were waiting for Nello to come downstairs in her new outfit. When she appeared, looking better than ever, they were both amazed. Then, the doorbell rang. Patricia opened the door to find Benedict's friend. As Nello came downstairs again in a different style, Benedict's friend couldn't take his eyes off her, and everyone complimented her appearance. The next day, Benedict and his friend went out shopping. Inside the car, they chatted about the upcoming wedding. That was when Benedict's friend finally confessed that he liked Nello. Benedict warned him that she wasn't someone to play with. Even so, the friend insisted that he was serious about her. Benedict made it clear that he must not hurt her. She was like a sister to him. That night, Benedict went to Nello's room to let her know that his friend had feelings for her. But Nello said she wasn't ready for a relationship. She was only interested in someone who would help her grow. 2 days later, everyone was sitting at the dining table, planning how the wedding would look. They were all excited and full of joy as they discussed the details. The moral lesson of this movie is, life can give you a second chance through the people you least expect. With humility, patience, and kindness, anyone can grow beyond their past. Forgiveness and understanding can turn enemies into friends, and character is more important than status. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for more captivating movies from us. Bye.